They say everything happens for a reason, but I suspect everything happens for a Reese's. Like this commercial break. Did you need 15 seconds away from music or 15 seconds to eat a Reese's? Perhaps it's true. Everything happens for a Reese's.
This podcast is brought to you by Colgate Total. We take oral health as seriously as you take sports. That's why Colgate Total Active Prevention uses advanced technology to help prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis before they start. It's clinically proven to provide 24-hour antibacterial protection with twice daily brushing after 4 weeks of use. So get a winning routine and prevent oral health problems before they start. Shop Colgate Total Active Prevention at a retailer near you.
With the Venture X business card from Capital One, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. Plus, big purchasing power means you can spend more and earn more. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Brunch is really the best meal.
Ooh.
There's nothing better than a good brunch. I'm a basic bitch. I like brunch.
You getting a
Mimosa?
Mimosa, yeah.
More of a Bloody Mary guy.
You look like you just fucking house those things. It represents you very well. If you were a drink, you'd probably be a Bloody Mary. Thick, a little too much spice sometimes.
Okay. Salty.
Very salty.
You have the right amount of me. It's good, and you're happy about it. You have too much of me. You're like, I got to get the way of these fucking Bloody Marys. Let's go.
Welcome back to New Heights, a wondrous show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Suave Men. No
Suave.
nonsense self-care for men. That's what Suave says. That's what they're selling to you people.
It's good.
We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio, Cincinnati Bearcat alum. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Jason!
Yeah.
Did you eat breakfast today?
I did.
Nice. He's in a good mood. Let the people know what we got coming up.
We got another great episode for you guys coming up right now.
Anna.
We're first going to get to the regular episode that we always give you guys, a little bit of new news, bringing back New Heights Film Club.
Oh.
Little NFL draft that's happening tomorrow.
Oh, shit. The draft is happening.
Well, unless some type of hurricane or natural disaster starts to strike Green Bay, in which case they'll probably just pivot to New York City. But yeah, anyways, yes, the draft is happening tomorrow, and we're going to get into it with an incredible guest, Mr. Joe Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Two Cleveland professional sports guys
baby.
back to back. Love
Iron
that.
Man right there. Toughest
Alrighty.
son of a buck I know.
Before we jump into it, we are going to talk a little bit about Easter weekend. That's right.
Ooh, okay.
We have potentially the greatest tweet ever tweeted on Easter Day.
The fuck out of here.
This is the best thing ever.
This is so fucking dumb.
Listen, we don't give Jesus enough shout outs for taking one for the team, if we're all being honest.
He's a team
right?
player.
He's the epitome of taking one for the team. He died for our sins.
Best leader out there, yeah.
He did. And then he rose 3 days later with a giant double bird as he ascended. There's no other way he didn't come out like that, right? He's straight out of that freaking tomb.
Yeah.
Like there had to be like some Ray Lewis or WWE. Like he didn't just walk out there with his sandals with no swag. Like you rise after 3 days, you're coming out there with the greatest freaking entrance of all time.
Somebody broke some glass and he just rose out of the ground.
That's right.
Out of nowhere. They had a guitar back then. They just
they slammed a bottle of wine down.
He's got a table. Here comes Jesus with the table.
I don't believe what I just saw.
This is epic.
Yeah, this old tweet, famously old tweet from Travis Kelce. Happy Easter to all. Shout out to Jesus for taking one for the team.
That's so ridiculous.
My favorite part of it is the ha at the end.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure everybody knew I was having a good time joking about this, but I couldn't take it too serious.
I mean, listen, he died for our sins so that we can sin without having any type of ramifications for it.
Yeah, and we get school off. It's a holiday. It's no school.
Was that why this was tweeted?
Of course.
I thought it was like a realization that this guy died for our sins.
It's a free day.
It was just about the free day. Like, no. That's so good. Oh, it's great.
Wait, no, Easter's on Sunday, so.
Yeah, but usually you'll get an Easter Monday sometimes. Our girls are off Easter Monday.
Oh, Good Friday. That's what it was, yeah.
Alrighty, and now it's time for new news.
New news.
New news. We're bringing it back. That's right. New Heights Film Club brought to you by Reese's and their new peanut butter and jelly cups. Holy shit.
Ooh, PB&J cups.
Peanut butter and jelly cups?
What color, what flavor jelly?
Did you guys give me some of these?
Why don't we have these?
Yeah, I want to be able to try these.
You gave us all the other
product?
Reese's. Have they came out yet?
Could somebody answer me who's in charge of our brand placement stuff?
I'm trying. I'm sure they're on their way. I'm sure the good people at Reese's are shipping them as we speak. It's grape jelly, by the way.
It's grape jelly?
Grape?
Well, I'm a grape jelly guy. There we go. Are you a grape jelly or are you a strawberry jelly guy, Brandon?
Grape.
So this is where I do think there's better than grape. Blackberry is very good. You know what's very underrated is raspberry
Boysenberry.
jam. Raspberry jam. Raspberry has like a nice tartness to it. I don't even like raspberries. Don't like raspberry juice, cranberry, or whatever the fuck that shit is. But raspberry jam, goddamn, it's got just a really nice tartness to it. It's very good. Do you have a grandfather clock?
No. But I do want to get one.
That noise was a grandfather clock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's true. We had one growing up. I know what a grandfather clock sounds like. That was a grandfather clock.
We never wound it, though, so it never went off.
Oh, it did for a little bit. It worked for a while until we stopped bumping into it.
It still works.
Does it?
Yes.
Is that what it was? Is that the original grandfather clock that I just heard?
No, Jason, I'm not.
All right. We are way off topic. New Heights Film Club. We're back. 92%, we do need some help picking movies as always. Listen, it's the off season.
It is the off season.
We got to find ways. We got to find ways to keep busy. You know what I mean? Football. There's the draft coming up this week. Thank God there's something to fucking talk about. So we got the draft. After that, I think we're in the middle of baseball season.
Baseball season.
There's great playoffs happening right now. NBA, NHL.
NHL.
Shout out to Cleveland. There we go.
Let's go Cavs, baby. 1-0. Hopefully get 2-0 tonight.
Yep, that'd be big. So I thought we were going to choose between baseball movies or sports movies in general. I kind of like limiting it to baseball movies to start, then maybe go in sports movies.
Yeah.
Let's go baseball first. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's go baseball. Let's do our top 4.
It's baseball season. Spring is here. Sun's out. Feels like baseball time. We got to narrow it down to 4. Do we go with iconic movies or do we go with movies that would be fun to rewatch? Ones that we might not have seen since you've been older. Because, I mean, like, Sandlot's the greatest baseball movie of all time.
That and Major League, to me, are the top 2.
Major League. God damn, Major League is so good. Fuck, Major League is good.
Yeah, it is.
Completely different films, but both very good. Another movie that was really awesome, and I'd be curious to watch it now that I'm older, is Bull Durham. Because I feel like I was too young to really
so
comprehend it. And it'd be fun. It'd be fun to rewatch it.
I fucking love that one from the get-go.
Oh, I loved it. I'm not saying I didn't love it, but I think it's one of those movies you're going to watch now as an adult. Then you're going to think it's like 10 times funnier or like better because you're going to be able to relate more to the characters and what they're going through. Field of Dreams. I mean, I don't know. There's a better feel-good movie than Field of Dreams.
Yeah. League of Their Own. Oh, man.
League of Their Own, sneaky.
Tom Hanks.
As two siblings, I think, Dottie prevails for most of the movie and then loses it at the end to the younger sister whose name escapes me now. But if we're being honest, Dottie dropped the ball on purpose, right?
I guess, yeah.
Do you think that happened?
No, it couldn't have.
Do you think she did? They don't really tell you. I like movies that don't leave it up for interpretation.
Well, I mean, yeah, she literally let the ball go out of her hand at the end.
Well, I mean, people drop balls all the time.
Yeah, well,
maybe she was knocked unconscious.
Actually illegal now. You can't do that.
Well, yeah, it wasn't then. Just like Brian Dawkins taking off people's heads over the middle. That was legal then. No crying in baseball. There is crying. There is crying in New Heights. No crying in baseball is crying in New Heights.
Bad News Bears is another one we might want to throw up there.
Which one? Which one you going? You going Billy Bob or you going original?
Probably Billy Bob.
Yeah, the Billy Bob one is electric.
Yeah.
So which 4 are we going with?
You said Bull Durham, so we'll do Bull Durham.
Field of Dreams?
Why don't we throw that one in there? No.
League of Their Own?
League of Their Own. Bull Durham, League of Their Own. Okay,
2 very similar movies. Cool. Do we go Major League?
Yeah, throw Major League in there for the fun shit.
The Rookie's a great one, but again, it's another one that's like real. Rookie of the Year is hilarious.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
So Rookie of the Year is the one where he actually pitches. What's the one where he just takes over the team as like a GM, but doesn't actually play? Do you remember that one?
Mm-mm.
There's another one that was just like fucking so stupid. But it was great.
I say either Sandlot or Rookie of the Year. Which one?
Little Big League was the one I was thinking. Sandlot or Rookie of the Year. If it's between those two, it's Sandlot. I mean, as much as I think Rookie of the Year is great, Sandlot's the iconic movie of baseball. And they tried to recreate it, which, I mean, big mistake. You can't recreate a movie like that. Like, who's playing Chunk? Like, or I'm sorry, who's playing goddamn
Chunk?
Yeah, no. Wrong movie, Jason. Fuck. Yeah, you can't recreate that movie. I think that's it. I think it's Sandlot, Bull Durham, League of Their Own, Major League. That's a good 4 to choose from.
I love it. I'm excited to watch any of these. I haven't seen them in a while. Let's hear it, 92%ers.
We're going to drop this poll on social for you guys to vote, and we'll let you know when that review is coming. Once again, New Heights Film Club is brought to you by Reese's and their new peanut butter and jelly cups. Can't wait to try those out.
All right, now we got some more new news. Jason discovered televised Quidditch. That's right. Jason's a big Harry Potter guy. He read every book when he was little. Well,
they weren't all out when I was little. I started reading when I was little, progressed to being a full-grown adult reading children's books. Yes.
Well, you were tweeting that ESPN News had Quidditch games on TV.
This is correct. They did have, so they were calling it quad ball. I firmly against it being called quad ball. That's fucking Quidditch. What's happening was they had a stick between their legs. Do you know what Quidditch is?
No, but it sounds like hobby horsing.
It was the exact same thing as hobby horsing, just now they're playing a game with a ball. And instead of pretending like they're riding horses, they're pretending like they're riding brooms. So in Quidditch, you play it on brooms in the wizarding world. And then there's 3 rings. You try and throw the quaffle through one of the rings, and that gets you points.
Okay.
There are two balls that are like, they try and attack you. And there's guys called beaters with bats that hit the balls at you. I'm trying to remember what those balls were called. Beaters, bruisers, brown. Anyways, those balls are kind of like you're hitting them at them with baseball bats. Bludgers. All right. The last bit of Quidditch is really there's also goaltenders protecting these rings. There is a little thing called a snitch, which is a golden ball with wings, and it flies around. It's really hard to catch, and there is a seeker for each team that tries to catch the snitch. If you catch the snitch, I forget, it's like 100 points or something like that. So basically, in the real Quidditch, whoever catches the snitch wins the game most frequently.
So it has nothing to do. So why do people even try and throw in the rings?
Well, there is like a little bit of, if you're over 100 points, you would be in a conundrum of, if you're losing, you wouldn't want to catch the snitch because the game's over if the snitch is caught. So if you catch the snitch, you'll get 100 points, but you'll still be losing points wise. It's just, usually that wasn't the case in the books. Usually Harry just caught the snitch and he won the game. The real life version of this has men and women. It is a, what's that called when men and women play the same sport?
Co-ed.
It's a co-ed sport. They have a stick between their legs. Big problem I had was that it was not an actual broom. If we're going to do this make-believe stuff and bring it to life, I want a real broom, wizard clothes. I don't want regular jerseys and a make-believe stick.
Yeah. If we're going to LARP, you got to go full go.
Exactly. Somebody responded and said that the bristles were causing like chafing or irritation. Don't give a fuck. That's something you got to deal with. Wear some fucking compression shorts.
Get some.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Put a goddamn broom between your legs. Otherwise, what are we even doing? Right? They still had the quaffle. People were throwing that through. Goaltender. Instead of the beaters beating with bats, they had the balls. They were playing dodgeball, right? So they could just hit people with the ball whenever they wanted to, which was pretty fun. The funniest goddamn part of this whole thing, the snitch, was just a person with a yellow shirt on and the word snitch written down his clothes. And he had a towel in the back. And in order to catch the snitch, you had to get the towel off of the guy's back, the flag.
You get 100 points for grabbing somebody's towel?
Well, it was different in quad ball or real life Quidditch, made up word. You only get 30 points. So the snitch is worth way less. So not as fun. I think if I played, I'd get that snitch in a heartbeat. That guy was struggling. He was getting like passed off. The seeker that was trying to get it was just getting pass blocked, and he like had no moves. Like, dude, fucking, you got to get a little swim and fucking get his hands off of you. It was embarrassing. It took him a long time to get that snitch.
You sat here and watched this.
Honestly, it was the most fun I've had watching a sport in a long time. It was fantastic. And I want to participate. Yeah.
All right.
But we're going real broom. I'm going Nimbus 2000. I think it's Nimbus 2000.
What is that?
Don't worry. It's a really good broom. It's the best.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what I did this weekend while I was watching ESPN.
Jason, not a joke. You have been invited to Quad Ball Nationals happening in Richmond, Virginia.
I mean, listen, I don't know when it is, but if I can make it, that's not that far. I would love to potentially play. Is there like an exhibition before the Nationals game that I can partake in? I would love to try and get out there on a broom and see what I can do. I've always wanted to play.
Sweet, nerd. All right, here we go. April 26th, 27th. So get ready. It's like 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's pretty soon. It's coming. That's this weekend.
Yeah. And the last bit of new news would be...
Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it, but...
Thank you to everyone who voted for the 2025 Webby Awards. New Heights took home the award for Best Video Series and was honored for Best Co-Host. So
there we go.
Nice. So we aren't really the talent here. Our editing team is the talent here. So thank you guys for voting, and shout out to our team that edits all the video stuff, because you guys just won a Webby. And that does it for new news.
Hey-o.
Let's get to this Joe Thomas interview. Cleveland's finest. He's not from Cleveland, but he is Cleveland's finest.
I mean, he was there for long enough. He counts.
Wisconsin's finest. Yeah! Let's fucking go!
There he is. Perfect.
Joe T.
What a warm welcome, my friends.
Yeah, looking good.
What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? How we doing today?
Jason's trying his hardest to pull off the Joe Thomas, have a Hall of Fame career, and then just turn into an action figure afterwards, dude.
Dude, look at that guy. You've made me extraordinarily jealous with them guns showing up on my screen. I'm going to call the cops here in a second. This is dangerous. Holy shit.
So good.
What you got going on?
Not much. Just out at the farm today, doing the cattle thing, hanging out and enjoying some beautiful weather, getting ready for heading up to Green Bay for the draft. So nice, busy week.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Well, let's talk about it. Love that.
Let's do it. Let's talk.
All right, here we go. Jason.
All righty. Our guest today is NFL Hall of Famer from Brookfield, Wisconsin. 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time first-team All-Pro, NFL 2010's All-Decade Team, a member of the Cleveland Browns Ring of Honor, and the record holder for most consecutive snaps played with 10,363. God damn! 92%ers. Please welcome NFL legend, Mr. Joe Thomas.
What's up, guys? Hey. Thank you for having me on. It's a true pleasure to be here with Cleveland's two finest gentlemen of all time. I'm so happy to be here and have a chance to chat it up with my boys. We have got a little bit of a long history together, so this is great that we get a chance to chill, and hopefully those guns that you're showing me here on the screen, Jason, don't jump through and shoot me. I'd like to make it to the draft this weekend.
So I know you're being funny here, but you're covering yours up. You got some guns under there. I know you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. How much weight did you lose right away when you retired?
Yeah, so watching a bunch of guys that had done it before me, I knew like, hey, I'm either going to lose this weight right now or I'm going to go the other way and be like 400 pounds. So I lost like 60 pounds, I think, in the first 6 months after I retired.
60 pounds.
Golly.
Jeez. And you did that keto, right? I think I remember talking to you before.
Yeah. We chatted a little bit after you retired, and I was like, hey, what's the fastest way to do it? I talked to our nutritionist a bunch in Cleveland and, reading online, trying to figure out, okay, how do I do this quickly? Because I would like to feel better. A big reason why I retired, even though I tore my tricep my last season, it was really because I had a real bad knee. And the doctor was like, hey, man, you need to lose some weight. And for every pound you lose, it's basically 3 less pounds that goes through that knee. So the faster you can get it off, the better that knee is going to feel. And I felt horrible, like walking down the stairs on my butt, like going backwards. Like I was hurting a lot.
Oh, man.
I think I only practiced like 3 times my last season in the NFL because I just couldn't do it. Right. So I wanted that knee to feel better. So it was easy to get that weight off quick.
Well, that's what 10,000 snaps in the NFL consecutive will do to you. I mean, it's going to be hard on the joints.
Yeah.
So how does the knee feel good now?
It's feeling great. Yeah, okay. It was weird because, just playing left tackle, you get like very specific joint issues playing for sure. Sort of offset, one leg forward. Yeah, exactly. Always turning like that. So I have like bulging discs all on the right side of my back. I just had my right hip replaced, and my left knee, the outside of my left knee was really like shredded cheese. So that was really the issue that was causing all sorts of pain, was just being in that stance that I always kind of had with my left leg really tucked up under it. And so now that I don't do those left tackle things anymore, like I can function very normally and my knee feels great.
Fuck yeah.
Did you just say you had your right hip replaced?
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
What? Why?
Yeah,
what happened?
Already back working on the farm. Man. This guy's fucking
football. Hey, the cattle ain't waiting for anybody, man.
How does it feel?
It's feeling great, actually. Like I did a couple posts on my Instagram because, a lot of people have hip problems and they're kind of putting off the hip replacement. But all the players that I talked to that had gotten hip replacements early in their 40s were like, dude, do it right now, because it's like 3-4 weeks. You'll be back on your feet. You'll be doing most of the normal stuff. 6 weeks, about perfect health. And you will never look back, because really basically the rest of your life, you'll never have to deal with those hip problems that you had. So it's been even better than I kind of anticipated. Day one, walking around, and now I'm 3 weeks out and chasing after cattle a little bit and chasing the kids at home. So it's been awesome.
Hell yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go back to where it started, or I guess where the NFL started. You mentioned you were going to the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Wisconsin Badger himself, since the draft is tomorrow. What was your draft day like? We know you jumped on the water, you went fishing with the family, right? I remember that day in 2007, watching, because Cleveland was our, like back in 2007 was our team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
That's our pride and joy right there. So we knew the story and everything. But tell us a little bit about why you did the boat and instead of going to New York City, and how fun it was to be on the water.
Yeah, you guys were in short pants there back in Cleveland with your full Browns gear on, and
hell yeah,
yeah, it was awesome. So I really never had grown up watching the draft, because when I was a kid, like the draft, maybe it was on TV, but I couldn't find it. I mean, I didn't have cable, so I never watched the draft and dreamed of that moment. Of course, as a kid, I wanted to play in the NFL, but to me, the draft was just like getting the answer, the results of your test in science class, where it's like, hey, you either did a good job or you didn't do a good job. And then, this is where your life's going to go from there. And so I always had a tradition on Saturdays as a kid growing up that I would go fishing with my dad. Like that was our thing. That was our time together.
So cool, man.
And you go through the whole pre-draft process, right? So you got the combine and the workouts, and you do all these things. You don't have a whole lot of time for regular life. And then the draft comes, and you have a very, very small window before they whisk you away to wherever team drafts you. And you got OTAs and mini camp, and you go right into training camp. So this is like your only little window to reconnect with family and friends before you're pretty much disconnected for like a year.
Right.
And so I always had it in my mind, like, hey, I got a little time. I'm going to go fishing. Like, I don't have to be anywhere right now. The hay's in the barn as far as training and stuff. So I was going to go fishing. And then at that time, they invited 5 players to the draft. So they would kind of pick the top 5 guys that they thought.
It was only 5?
Only 5, right?
Wow.
Very interesting.
And so I didn't even really think about like, hey, they might ask me to come. I knew I was going to be a high draft pick, but Gil Brandt, the Hall of Fame scout from the Dallas Cowboys, he was in charge at that time of being able to decide, all right, who's going to go to the draft, who's coming, right? So he calls me up and he's like, hey, Joe, congratulations. I want to let you know that you're going to be going to New York for the draft. We'll get somebody in touch that can do the logistics, but we want you to fly out there like on Wednesday. And then you got this thing to do and that thing to do. Make sure you get a couple pairs of suits. And, and then like Saturday is the big day and you can bring a couple of your family members and get to go on stage with Roger Goodell and all this stuff. And he was hyping it up like I was going to be all excited. And there was a big pause on the phone and I was just like, hey, bad news, Gil, but I already got plans on Saturday. Sorry, man, I'm going fishing with my dad.
I'm going fishing.
He was like, wait a minute. Nobody's ever said no to the draft. Yeah. He didn't even comprehend it just the way I didn't comprehend ever going to the draft.
Right.
And I think he was like, all right, just a minute. I'll be right back to you, And I think he probably like called up the people in the draft. And, at that time they were trying to make a big show out of it, right? So they needed the actors to show up for the show.
Oh, yeah.
And so he calls back the next time and he's like, hey, Joe, I know you said you have plans, but we really need you there. We got the TV there. You got an opportunity to market yourself, get your face out there to NFL fans and corporations where you can, do some stuff and start making some money. And I go, hey, Gil, I'm an offensive lineman. I don't exactly think that I'm going to make any money marketing or endorsements. Have you looked at me? I'm like, if I make money in the NFL, it's for how I play. So thank you for the offer, but I'm really not interested. So he was again taken aback. So then he calls back like a day later. And he's like, hey, we really need you there. Like some scouts have been talking that you're a prima donna, that you don't want to go to the draft. It's really going to hurt your draft stock. And at that point,
the prima donna from Wisconsin. Yeah,
exactly. I'm like, okay.
The prima donna going fishing with his dad.
Sorry, I want to spend some time with my dad.
Get the fuck out of here. That's such a joke.
So he's like trying to play that. And you guys know how it is. Like us as athletes, I think generally like we try to be kind people because we were always the biggest kid in the class. We didn't want to like beat anybody up, get in trouble, unless we had to. But when we had to, like we were going to throw some shit down and it was going to happen. And now all of a sudden it's like, fuck me, fuck you. So I was like, all right, I'm definitely not fucking going because you're trying to pull this prima donna shit. And don't even call me back. I'm not interested. Like, don't waste my time anymore. I don't want to waste your time. So I called my agent and I'm like, look, I'm not going. And he's like, well, I totally get it. It's no problem, but we just need to make sure whatever you do that day, you need to have cell service because we need to be able to call you.
It's important.
As you guys remember, maybe on your draft day, I think you probably did. Like they want to call you and talk and just make sure, have you been arrested?
Make sure you haven't gotten hurt and nothing's happened last second. Yeah,
exactly. Like not everybody, a lot of people party a little bit, the night before their draft, they got family and friends there, whatever. They want to make sure everything is the same. You're not in handcuffs, nothing's happened. And so I was like, all right, I can make that concession. I'll fish close enough to the cell phone towers that I leave a phone call and I can talk to whoever drafts me. And so he's like, okay, great. I'll handle it from here. Like, you don't need to stress about this anymore. And so like, I didn't hear from him for a while, like a few weeks, and my agent, he handled it. Peter Schaefer did a great job. And then like, finally, I think Gil came around and understood like he ain't coming to the draft. So I finally got a call like, hey, I'm sorry about that. Don't worry, you don't have to come to the draft. It's okay. You can go fishing with your dad. And it was kind of like he was trying to smooth things over again.
Sure.
So that's the story. I ended up going fishing with my dad, got drafted third overall by the Browns. And the ironic thing about it all was I was doing it just to spend time with my dad, get away from the cameras and stuff, and like didn't want to make a deal about it or a big story. But now it's like every time the draft comes up, that's what people want to talk about.
The funny thing is that this made so much more headlines for the NFL doing this than going to that. Like how relatable is, and first of all, like, do you know how much this entrenched you right away in Cleveland? Like Midwest town drafting you. And it's like, this dude's going fishing with his dad and telling New York to fuck off. Yeah, sign us up for this guy right now. They're so relatable for so many people out there, right? Like this guy's having the pinnacle of his entire athletic career is about to happen. He's about to realize his dream and play in the NFL. And how's he going to do it? He's going to have a moment with his dad fishing and doing something that he's loved his whole life and stay true to his roots. So good on you. How was the day though? What'd we catch?
Yeah, what'd we catch?
Were the waters good by the cell towers, or were we?
We made it work, and the humble brag in me says, I didn't have to wait too long. So the fishing trip was not exactly as long for some other people because I got drafted 3rd overall. So we ended up catching a couple brown trout, which I thought was kind of cool.
Nice.
Nice brownies. And then the Browns draft you. And the only downside of being drafted early was they cut the fishing trip short. And then my agent did step in. He's like, hey, look, you got to go to Cleveland now. And like, they're going to bring their jet. Like Randy Lerner was the owner at the time. He's like, they're going to fly to you, like Waukesha, Wisconsin, tiny little airport. They're going to pick you up. They're going to turn around, take you to Cleveland because you do need to finally get a suit, put your suit on, go to Cleveland. They need to have this introductory press conference. It'll be great. You'll love it. And so I brought my, I think my fiance at the time, Annie, and then my parents and stuff. And we flew out and did all like the dog and pony show and stuff. And in the end, it worked out a lot better for me and the NFL, like you mentioned, because what's better for the NFL than like, hey, there's some down home guys that are shunning the spotlight that just want to be all about football and family.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Bait and tackle. You a fly fisherman? What's your preferred fishing style?
Yeah, so I love all fishing. My favorite type of fishing is like bobber fishing, honestly, or like little jigging. I grew up pan fishing and going on Lake Erie when I was playing for the Browns. Like I would go out every chance I got, and if I could cast for walleyes, like drifting cast or like throwing, like the old Erie Dearies and stuff like that. Like anytime I can be connected to my bait where I'm feeling that hit, that strike, to me that's fishing. Like I do a bunch of trolling, and that's how you collect meat. If you're out on Lake Erie, you troll for walleye, you troll for steelhead.
Correct. Yeah,
it's not as much fun just reeling.
You're going for trophy fish, big fish. You got to troll, but it's definitely. I hate trolling. If I'm being honest, I've only done it one time. It's not my style.
No.
I like feeling it. So I remember watching your draft day highlights because obviously we were both Cleveland fans.
Yeah.
We had the third pick. We're all geared up. Like, who are we going to take? And everybody kind of knew we were going to go after you. There was all these highlights of like, not only is he strong, but he's out here on a receiver screen, kicking out like there was athleticism showed.
Yeah.
What is your prototypical lineman that you think of? Like if you're evaluating guys coming out of college, what is the tackle? What are the traits that you think a premier tackle should have?
Well, it was interesting because like the late 90s to me was like the golden era of offensive tackles, like Jonathan Ogden, Walter Jones, like there was Willie Roaf. There was such a big group of these enormous human beings that were 350, 360, and they were great athletes. They were ballerina on their feet, and nobody got through them. And they were great run blockers. Yeah. And I always kind of saw myself as an undersized tackle. Great athlete. I could move. But the thing that I had to learn the most when I got to the NFL was how to stop the bull rush, right? Because you got guys like DeMarcus Ware screaming off the edge, Terrell Suggs screaming off the edge, James Harrison. They're trying to run you over, right? Especially as a rookie. Like they want to see if you can have any lead in your ass and you can fucking stop the bull rush, right? Mm-hmm. And so I got a lot of that early on in my career, and it took a little while to figure out how to react, see the bull rush, to sit quick, but also to be light enough where you could react to that second move. But to me, if I'm looking at like today's NFL, I'm like Trent Williams is like the prototypical, like the best. If I could look and have the athleticism and the strength and power of Trent Williams, that'd be perfect. Like 325, but still running that 4.8, still running that 4.3 pro agility. Like,
oh my gosh.
To me, that is exactly what you want in a tackle. But you're seeing a lot smaller tackles nowadays than when I first got in the NFL. I think because it's much more of an open game, right? There's not as much of a focus on can you grind people out in the run game.
Let's talk about a little bit of what you're doing in Green Bay for the Browns. You're announcing the Browns' second round pick.
That's right. I'm pumped.
Have you kind of stayed around the organization? You mentioned you were in Germany last year, but have you kind of stayed around the organization in terms of I don't know, just kind of keeping the relationships and getting around Cleveland when you can?
Yeah. So even though Kevin Stefanski is a coach that I never played for, I have a really good relationship with a lot of the coaching staff. Andrew Berry, the GM, he was actually an assistant GM when I was there. So a little relationship there, and obviously relationship with the Haslams and a lot of the people that are still there in the organization. And when I retired, I was like, you know what? It would be really hard to transition to a post career without having football in my life, without having the Cleveland Browns in my life. And so they were really lucky. Sorry. I was really lucky that they were willing to open up a space on the media side for me. So I do their preseason games. I do a radio show during the week with them after their games. And then throughout the season, I just do like fun content with them, right? Which is it's just fun more than anything, just staying plugged in and going out there for a week in training camp every year, which gives me the opportunity to be able to do a little bit of that media stuff, but also get in there, watch practice, meet the guys, maybe give some coaching points to a few of the players, and, try to just give some of that wisdom that I've learned all throughout those years to the guys that, I really want to have that success throughout their career.
You got to pass it along, man. Was there anybody when you came into the league that was like the one giving that wisdom, whether they were on the team or just kind of a phone a friend type deal?
I was really lucky because when I was a rookie in Cleveland, a lot of the linemen were older guys. And, one of the guys that really, really helped me was Hank Fraley. He was our center. Yeah. Old Bag of Donuts. If you're an old Honey Buns. Bag of Donuts is Frank Winters from the Packers. Buns. Yeah, Honey Buns. That was him. And he was so helpful, right? Because he was a center. He was really, really smart. He understood technique. He played with Trey Thomas and John Runyon in Philly. And those guys are two all-pro, Pro Bowl tackles that he learned a lot from. But he was also super smart, like super cerebral. And so he helped me see the big picture, because that's what you have to do as a center. And when you come in as a tackle, especially a rookie, like I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck I'm supposed to block. I'm not worried about everybody else. But understanding through his eyes, when you see the big picture, it makes you the puzzle that you're trying to put together on every play. It makes it so much easier. So even though I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do, like I can use deductive reasoning if I see the big picture to be able to figure out, okay, how does this work together, right? And it just makes your brain work faster when you're reacting on the field.
Context clues. Yep.
I remember when Hank went in there when he was in Cleveland. Who was the center? So he came in, the starter got hurt. Was it Fane? Was it
LaCharles Bentley? I think Fane was first, but LaCharles was a huge free agent signing, right? Gosh. All pro, best center in the league. And he comes into Cleveland.
First walkthrough.
The first thing of training camp, and he blows out his patellar tendon and never played another down of football again. Just crazy. A terrible story.
Damn.
And he was a hometown hero because he went to St. Ignatius. He was from the Cleveland area, had come back. Hank played pretty dang good, I thought. Like it was as somebody who didn't really know much about the game at the time, he stood out to me.
What was it like getting drafted to the Cleveland Browns, man? Did you know anything about the city? Did you what were your where were the first places you went in the city? I'm so curious on everybody's first introduction to Cleveland. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So with three Cleveland guys here, this is easy to pump the tires of the Cleveland area. But man, I was so happy, dude.
Let's go.
Because one, my dad's side is all from the Toledo area. So I used to come to Toledo every summer, and we'd go out there for the family reunion. We'd see all my dad's side of the family, and we'd go fishing on Lake Erie. And, obviously fishing, big part of my life. So being drafted and being able to live right on Lake Erie and go fishing in my free time, I was so pumped. And then I think also for me at that time, it was really important for me to stay in the Midwest. I was really interested because I think that, East Coast fans are incredible. There's a lot of them, right? They're super passionate. But I think there's something about throughout the Rust Belt in the Midwest, that's all they got, right, is their team. And they just love it. And they just absorb every single little thing, little detail that comes out of there. And they're a ride or die no matter what happens. And I knew that's how the Browns fans were. And I had known a little bit about their history because we had a guy on the Badgers with me, Dante Sanders, he's a Cleveland guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Bedford guy.
Yeah, he is.
Bedford, wow.
Yeah, he's back there coaching now somewhere. But he was a huge Browns fan, so he'd always turn the Browns games on in the locker room in college. And so I knew that, they had this incredibly robust, proud history of championships with Jim Brown and Otto Graham and all these guys. And since the Super Bowl era, they haven't won a Super Bowl. They haven't even been there. And then since they came back in 99, they've been kind of poopy. And so for me, it was
understatement.
Yeah, right. I've always, enjoyed building something from nothing, right? Take a lot of pride and really just sinking my teeth into something and being part of let's build this from nothing, from the ashes, and make these champions. And we didn't do that. Spoiler alert. But when I got drafted, I was just full bore ahead thinking, man, this is great. This is exactly where I want to be. It's in front of the fans that appreciate offensive line play. You know, they're not booing me because you drafted a tackle number 3 overall, and just being able to live in Cleveland amongst people that I understood, like it was just a perfect fit for me.
Why didn't they do that? What do you think has been going wrong in Cleveland? Not as of late, I guess. Let's just talk about your career. Like, you guys are close. You guys had some great offensive lines during your time in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Never played in a postseason game. Like, what was that process like playing? I mean, you played on a winless team in Cleveland. I can't even imagine that. Travis hasn't had one losing season. Like, you're talking to the most like just lucky fucking guy on the planet. One head coach. I mean, anyway, so yeah, I don't know. What was that
jealous. Like? We're very jealous here. Trust me. Talking to guys with multiple Super Bowl rings on the other side, I'm very jealous. But you know, it was tough. I mean, there's no easy way to put it. Losing in the NFL is so hard. And I think the Haslam's took over in, I don't know, 2014, 2013, somewhere in there. And, you know, in 2016, 17, that was the 2 years we went 1-15 and 0-16. And I think their philosophy at that point was like, hey guys, we don't have a team that's good enough to win right now. So we're going to trade back. We're going to collect draft capital. We're going to collect salary cap space. And then we're going to get a bunch of young talent. We're going to let them play together and kind of go through the challenges and the difficulties that when you have a young team you deal with. But then year 3, we're going to be a lot better, and we're going to have all this salary cap space to spend on free agents. We're going to have these draft picks. And I don't think they fully understand, or at the time understood, how painful it is to lose in the NFL.
Right.
You only get one chance every week. Yeah. And how you feel that whole week is 100% related to whether you won or lost. And when you lose, you feel sick the whole week. And in Cleveland, you guys know it. Everybody in town feels sick that whole week when you lose. It is so painful. It is so miserable. And to go 1-15 and then go 0-16. Well, you can imagine it was not a lot of sunshines and rainbows in Northeast Ohio, and certainly not in my house there in Westlake, Ohio. It just sucked. Like, you hated going to work every fucking day. The fans booed you. They still showed up because it's Cleveland, but they were there to boo you, not to cheer you.
Yeah.
Damn, man. One of the hardest things to kind of weather is how many quarterbacks you guys went through. And obviously the notorious jersey of like long list of names. How many of them could you name, do you think?
Very few. I'm trying to remember very few of them. Not exactly the greatest memory ever is all the different quarterbacks. I think I played for like 20 and 11 years. So,
well, who are your who would give us your top 5? Who you played for?
Yeah. My rookie season, we were actually 10-6. It was my only winning season. So Travis, let that sink in. One winning season in 11 years. Derek Anderson was our quarterback. He didn't even start the season. We had Charlie Fry was the starter week 1.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. I should have just retired after week 1 because going into that game, Charlie Fry was our starter. He was also the captain, and he was the hometown hero. We played the Steelers at home, my first NFL game, going against James Harrison, who will be in the Hall of Fame soon. And that was tough enough, but we were getting our ass kicked. He got sacked. Charlie did like 6 times in the first half. At halftime, they benched him. Okay, Derek Anderson comes in, doesn't do much better. Monday after the game, mind you, this was our starting quarterback and our captain. And I came from Wisconsin where we had a lot of success. And, if you have a quarterback and he's your captain, like, he's your dude. Like,
that's your ride or die. Yeah.
He's your ride or die. Like, you would do anything for that guy. And you're spending all off season trying to build camaraderie and relationships and see the same things that he does. And on Monday, they traded him to the Seattle Seahawks for like a 6th-round pick. So I was like, what the fuck is this NFL stuff? Like, our starting quarterback, who was our captain, just got traded and benched in the first 2 days of facing my NFL season.
It's aggressive. It's an aggressive move.
Pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
You guys ended up going to get another quarterback that following year in Brady Quinn, though, right?
Brady was actually in my draft class. So I got drafted 3rd by Cleveland, and a lot of people in Cleveland, because he was a Columbus guy, went to Notre Dame, but another hometown-ish guy, grew up a Browns fan, loved Bernie Kosar. So a lot of people thought they would draft Brady 3rd. Well, he slid in the draft, And then they traded back up, I think, with the Cowboys to draft him like in the 20s. So we came in together, and he had a couple years as a starter, like year 2 and 3 of my career.
He was the most jacked quarterback I had ever seen.
That was probably what held him back. Like his arms were bigger than Jason's over there. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but kind of hard to throw when you got pipes like that, bro.
Yeah, right.
Man,
gets
he
in
was
the way
fun to watch. That was I remember that was the first like college game I ever saw was Brady Quinn versus it was Pittsburgh. It was Notre Dame Pittsburgh. I forget the Palco. Was it Palco? Yeah, Tyler Palco.
Yeah.
Shout out to Casey. Either way, man, Brady was a stud. You played you played with a lot of fucking QBs, man.
Remarkable, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And still had the Hall of Fame career you did. How did it ever get to the point where you just stopped introducing yourself to quarterbacks when they walked in?
Well, I did have one time in my career. It was like, I don't know, year 5 or 6. Another spoiler alert. We weren't very good. I think we were 4-12 that year, but we were playing the Steelers the very last game of the season. It's in Pittsburgh, right? And of course, you hate Pittsburgh. You want to fuck them up, even though, we're not going to the playoffs and they are. So it was actually kind of a close game down the stretch at the time. Thad Lewis was our starting quarterback. So there's another one I remember. The great, I should say, proper introduction. The great Thad Lewis was our quarterback. And it was like a 6-10, 6-14 game. Either way, it was like a one-score game. Typical
AFC North game. Oh, yeah.
It was a slugfest, December 31st. Cold as shit. I got my long underwear on and the fur in my helmet. And I'm like, holy cow, we may actually win this game. Like, we're driving down the field. It's in the fourth quarter. And we're just getting into the Heinz red zone. We're going towards the river there and the old Heinz Field. I don't know what the fuck they call it now, but it's not Heinz Field.
It's called Acrisure. It's still Heinz Field to me.
Something I can't say, but it's Heinz Field for me. So we're going there, we're going in the river, and I'm like, damn, we can fucking win this thing. And my left guard, who is the backup, he, as you'll give some appreciation, it was his first couple games as a starter, and we have just a 2-jet protection, just super basic. Like we're sliding left. Like this is the first protection you install in your playbook, no doubt. And Alex Mack's my center. He says lion, which our call then was like, hey, dipshit, even if you didn't hear lion, like 2-jet, we're going that way, bro. Find the mic. We're going to the next guy.
Yeah, right.
So what does he do? He goes to the right. And so they're playing a 3-4 at the time.
The opposite of a lion. Okay.
Opposite of a lion, opposite of a 2-jet. Like, this is not possible. So he goes to the right, and James Harrison's at outside linebacker. So I'm sliding out to him. And I think it was maybe Brett Kiesel was playing D-end or 4 technique. I can't remember for sure, but he's on block now, right? Because left guard, that's your dude.
You're kicking goes the other way. Left guard goes the wrong way. Yep,
goes the wrong way. So he steamrolls Thad and, detaches his head from his body. So Thad's laying there. Thad's already our 3rd string quarterback. All of a sudden in the huddle, we're like, damn, this is not good because we actually don't know who the next guy in is, right? Like I had heard that week that we had signed a guy to be the backup emergency quarterback, but I didn't know who he was.
Right.
So we looked at the sideline, and of course, this guy's like panicking. He's like, trying to warm his shoulder up, get a couple throws in, and the trainers are taking their time on the field, because the quarterback's down, but they don't want to hurry up because we got to get this other guy like up to speed and warmed up a little bit. It's a cold day in Pittsburgh. So he trots out on the field after they get Thad Lewis's lifeless body off the field. He comes into the huddle, and it's still a TV timeout. And I look around the huddle, and I could see in everybody's eyes like nobody knows who this fucking guy is. And I can feel the tension.
Can't wait to hear this cadence for the first time.
This is going to be exciting. I guarantee this will be a sack. Blaming me. The guys watching in Japan are thinking that the bozo left tackle doesn't know snap count. This block. But meanwhile, as a fucking quarterback, but I can't say that. As a captain, I'm like, okay, I got to do something here, right? There's a lot of tension being built here, and it's just rising as this timeout keeps going on. And so I was like, all right, I got to say something funny. So I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Joe Thomas. I'm your left tackle. Let's go down the field and get a fucking score and win this game, and everybody laughed. And I learned at that moment, his name was Josh Johnson. He ended up playing a long time.
He's still playing.
Still probably playing somewhere. I think he played for 14 teams. But anyways, next play, it was 3rd down, and I think he threw an incompletion, and we lost the game. But in my mind, that speech led us to victory. But there's nothing else.
In a parallel universe, that worked out perfectly.
Absolutely. When I write my biography and they do the movie, like we go down and score and win the game, and like somehow, like maybe we have a parade because we beat Pittsburgh for the first time. But that didn't happen. But either way, I got a fun story out of it, and I learned who Josh Johnson was.
Yeah, shout out to Josh Johnson.
Shout out to Josh. Thank you for coming in for one play.
You played against some absolute monsters on defense in your time in the AFC North. Who are the guys that were either like you're welcome to the NFL moment, or like just like you're playing them in their prime and you think of as some of the best defensive players in the NFL from that time?
Yeah, so when I was a rookie, the other three teams in the AFC North,
that's crazy.
I was going against Justin Smith, who I think was like one of the first dudes ever to be named first team All-Pro at two positions in the same season, because he was playing in the 3-4 in San Francisco at the time. Yeah. And he got named as an All-Pro at defensive tackle and DN, because he played that 4-4-I. So, he got votes from everybody. He's a
D tackle, and base, he's a DN. Yeah.
So I was going against him. So that was the second game of my career. The first game of my career was James Harrison. I was like, okay. Right. And then the third guy will be future Hall of Famer Terrell Suggs. So like within the division, I was playing against like three Hall of Famers potentially. I don't know if Justin will make it, but like the other two guys for sure. And it was not pretty, but you better buckle up your chin strap and get your shit right, rookie, because there's no easy days here in the AFC North.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Justin, because that was one of the first games I played my rookie year, but he was in San Fran. Yeah. And I had never really heard he was a high pick for Cincinnati, and for some reason he didn't have like a big name around him. Mm-hmm. And we're getting ready to play the 49ers when they had that front where it was like they had him, they had Ray McDonald, they had Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis.
Alden Smith on the edge was a monster.
They were unreal. And this dude is bull rushing every snap. Bull rush.
That's all he had.
How do you even have the endurance to do that? Because typically like a bull rush, you're like, all right, I'll stop it. I'll get that like once or twice. I'll get like a real good one from this guy. The rest of the game, we're going to be playing a different type of game. It was I'm like, this dude is amazing. This guy's the best player I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how we're going to block this guy. We didn't. Yeah.
Exactly. He played every snap as a D tackle DN. Like he never came off the field. Like he's as much of an Iron Man as anybody in the NFL. And we always said, like, if there was a train wreck and 200 people were involved, like 199 would die, and Justin Smith is going to dust himself off and walk away and go grab a Budweiser at the bar down the street. Yeah. Like he was just that old school, like he had an Anheuser-Busch tattoo on his arm. He was just an old school country boy. Like all he knew was just playing ball.
Gosh, he was good.
That's good shit.
I mean, obviously Terrell Suggs, the biggest head I've ever seen, I think, on a defensive end.
Came through Kansas City and catapulted us into the Super Bowl, man.
There you go.
Sizzle was, I was not trying to fucking be in pass protection against him.
No thanks.
There was some of those old school dudes like Harrison and Suggs. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they were ever out of their prime. They were good until they stopped playing. But, man, some of those dudes could just literally pick me up and move me over. Just like, excuse me, little guy.
What was your strategy to stop James Harrison's dip and rip? It was like the most unstoppable move I think I've ever seen anybody have, where he would just bend real low, and then he had the biggest biceps in the world that he just like lift up on. How do you stop that move?
Jason, you were doing that just to show off them guns, baby.
Sure. Trust me. This is what you do. You get an O-lineman on, he's going to humble you real quick. We keep each other honest.
That was awesome. Right. I loved it. I think that one of the things that really helped me as a lineman, like I wasn't as big as a lot of guys, but like I took a different game plan and strategy on how I block every single person I went against. And even the same guys from like year to year, I would maybe attack them differently, right? Because I knew that in order for me to maintain the upper hand, I had to be different than what they saw on film, different than what they practiced for. So with James, the big key on that dip and rip was like you had to keep space, right? Because the only thing that James really didn't have, right? He was super powerful. He was very short and squatty, which allowed him to get under your pads if you let him get into your body. And he was really quick too, but
he didn't have length.
Didn't have that length. So I knew that was my advantage. So I just was really, really super conscious of picking my spot on his shoulder pads or on his bicep to be able to hit that spot and extend and keep him away from my body, because the rip only works as if he's in your body and he's able to get that arm kind of under into your armpit. Exactly.
Yep. It makes so much sense. And I've always thought about it similar it's almost like you're a boxer. Like when you're a shorter boxer, you want to get into the body. When you have the length advantage, use that advantage and keep that guy away from you. And I've always drawn that comparison. I was always the undersized guy, so let me get into this body. All I want to do is get in the body and grab these tits.
Nothing changed from
career for me.
Good.
Yeah, a lot easier to do that inside than on the edge. But anyways, when you were blocking a defensive end or an edge rusher, what were the things that you struggled with most? What was like the combinations that gave you the most difficulty in trying to defend? If that is a sensible question.
Yeah. I think we'll go with it. I'll try to make some sense out of that.
Please.
Make a chicken salad here.
Here we go.
So what I found really hard was if a guy tried to break down your feet and then tried to beat you with power. So for instance, if you get a guy who's wide, right? Because everything's about angles when you get on the outside. So you got a wide rusher, right?
Yeah.
If they just try to beat you around the edge with speed, like I'll be able to keep up with them and push them past the quarterback. No problem. Right. That's what I wanted them to do, right? Because they're already further away and now they're just trying to outrun me. And in a foot race, I can go backwards pretty fucking fast. What I struggled with though is if they were wide, but they rushed from that wide rush position straight at my inside shoulder. Because now what that does, it doesn't allow me to kick back, because my advantage was like, I know the snap count and my first 2 kicks are going to be really fast and long. So I can get depth. And then now when I get to that spot, now the quarterback eventually is going to get to his spot. And then now they got to beat me and they've already wasted a second and a half to get to this spot.
Yep.
But if they rush right at my inside shoulder, I can't kick deep because otherwise he just keeps running on a straight line and beats me to the inside. So it made me stop my feet. So I basically would only get 1 kick, stop my feet. And as he's getting closer to me, give the head and shoulders.
Yeah.
So that kind of usually would break your hands
Never like
down
to see
and
that.
makes you drop your feet, drop your hips, your center of gravity. And then when that happened, now he's basically on my same level. And now if he decides to run around me to the outside, he's faster than me.
He's shortened the edge.
He's shortened the edge. He's got a better angle to beat you around to the outside. And it's really hard for a lineman to go from basically being in a static position in a static spot to all of a sudden accelerating really quickly and trying to pick up to a guy that's running already full speed. Because if you imagine a defensive end, he's running full speed. Now he's just got to change the angle that he's running full speed on, where my feet are stopped. I am in one position and now I got to rapidly accelerate to get to the speed that he's going as he's already running forward and I'm running backwards. And so it was really, really hard when guys would do that. Because also if they try to give you the head and shoulders and then now they fake like they're going to go outside, you're trying to accelerate backwards and now they can go beat you back to the inside. Or if you get on your heels, they can just run you over by just steamrolling you. And they've got a lot of momentum built up from being wide and starting to run really fast and really powerfully right at you.
You're such a technician, man. Golly, just to be able to hear you talk about these kind of things.
It's awesome.
And the fact that you approached each game, each player differently, man, it's fascinating stuff, dog.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and I love it because I feel like a lot
of it's serious.
A lot,
dude, serious. You can tell.
A lot of I feel like it's like Kevin Green, speed to power, get the tackle moving back and then go through him, get him off his, like get him moving backwards and retreating. This is like the tilted guy who's running right at you where you can't go back, shortens that edge. The shush. I hate that. Like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see all that.
No way.
You love a good shush call. Dude, we already talked about the 10,363 consecutive snaps. We got to talk about the first time you weren't out there on the field, man. How hard was that? Because you're the Iron Man. You played through so much. You did so much for your team. Those teams up front for the Browns, the O-line was never the issue. You always had those guys rocked and ready to play. How was it just not being able to be out there with the guys for that first time?
It was really tough. My best friends were my linemen, right? John Greco, Alex Mack, Joel Bitonio, Mitchell Schwartz, your boy in
Schwartzy,
Kansas
baby.
City. Like those were my dudes. And we played a lot of seasons together. And we had really good offensive lines, never really got probably the credit we deserved because we just weren't on very good teams. Never ran for like a ton of yards because we never had that dude as a running back. At one point in my career, it was me and Joel. I don't know how many Pro Bowls we got between the two of us. Alex Mack, I think he made 6 or 7. Greco should have made a Pro Bowl. And then you got Mitchell Schwartz, who made like 4 or 5 All-Pros. So like we had a lot of hardware there between all of us. And so
studs,
the hardest thing, like linemen, they're so close, and tight ends are sort of an extension of the offensive line. And, those are usually the closest rooms on a football team. And so you have this like feeling inside of you, not that you betrayed him or you let him down, but like that was almost the feeling and the emotion that was coming out of me when I couldn't be out there anymore, because it was just such a thing that I took for granted and didn't even think about, like, hey, do I go and strap it back up and play this week? I don't know. I'm kind of banged up. I got an MCL sprain. Like that never crossed my mind. It was just like, I got a job to do. I'm going to show up and do my job, and I can use all of my brain space now to think about how I'm going to beat this guy, rather than wondering like, ooh, am I healthy enough to play? Can I go out there? I don't know. Should I sit down? Like that never crossed my mind. And I think it helped me. But then that moment it's gone. There was like some mental health issues that I had to deal with, of feeling like I let those guys around me down. And, even though the team sucked, like I still had that really strong connection with the fan base. And I had that same feeling with them. Like, I felt like I always owed it to them to go out and give my best and do whatever I can to try to turn this thing into a winner, because they're so loyal, so passionate. And I wanted to give them that gratitude by going out and playing great ball. So it was really, really hard dealing with that. And I did whatever I could with the team, trying to help the other linemen, prepare for games, watching film for them, taking notes. And the one benefit I would say for me is it was Myles Garrett's rookie year. So I was able to really spend a lot of time with Myles and help him see the game from an offensive tackle's perspective, right? So
damn you, Joe. Damn you, Joe.
Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't going to do that until I was definitely out of the league. But I would write him scouting reports, and I would give him like, hey, okay, this is what this guy's good at. This is what he's not good at. This is the rush I think you should feature, but don't do it at the beginning of the game. Set him up first 2 quarters. And then in the second half, when the game's on the line, now you pull out your best stuff, and then you give him what you've been giving him, and then you'll probably beat him. And then, turns out he's also a really ridiculously fucking good athlete. So he can kind of do whatever I ask him to do, which is
can just
also
do whatever.
really fun.
Just go out there and have fun, Myles.
Yeah, go
get him.
Freaking, he's like a scorpion, a girl. Like it's unreal.
To that point, though, it's fascinating how much guys come into the league and they don't necessarily understand what guys on the other side of the ball are being taught. It's one thing to understand what coverage they're in, what front they're in, but it's a whole nother level of preparation to understand how you're being defended in routes, how this guy is going to use his hands or use his moves throughout the day in terms of pass rush. And that 100% took my game to the next level. Asking guys like Eric Berry about coverages, about his leverages, asking DBs, what are you thinking in this sort of coverage? Going up to a guy like Spags, the defensive coordinator in KC, and asking him, later in the game, what are you thinking in big time situations? It's just you ask the right questions to the right guys, and you're gonna see yourself progress down the line. And Myles had a fucking Hall of Famer sitting right there telling him what they. I mean, that's a fucking cheat code in itself. Let alone how athletic that dude is, man.
Yeah, man. I tried to be a psychologist, right? I wanted to know what that dude was thinking. I wanted to know who his girlfriend was. I wanted to know what he ate for breakfast, because I felt like that's how you slow the game down. And as you get older, you get to be a shittier athlete, but if your brain's speeding up, you can play faster. And that's how guys are able to stick around, especially on the O-line, a lot longer than their athletic ability should allow them, is because the game's just moving so slow for them, because they know everything that's going on and they can see things before they happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit international football.
Fuck
You've
yeah.
been in Germany we were there for almost a full year, right?
Yep.
Munich Ravens, baby.
There we go.
Baby.
How was the experience?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay.
I was trying to twist your arm to come over and hang out.
I know I wanted to so bad.
Lots of stuff going on, but it was a great time. And Munich is just an incredible city. It's in southern Germany and Bavaria. It's right on the edge of the Alps. So when I wanted to go over and coach American football in Europe, obviously I wanted to scratch the itch of coaching. I wanted to allow my kids to experience living abroad, living international, challenge them, put them in uncomfortable situations. My kids made them play rugby when over there. My 10-year-old daughter playing rugby with the boys. And
so cool.
That's awesome.
I wanted to do all those things because I thought it would make them better people. We'd have a great experience, be able to travel. But I really wanted to have an opportunity to go and coach professionals, coach adults, without having the time commitment that it takes to be like an NFL coach. I really wanted to impact players that love the game. And it was really, really fun because these guys are basically playing for peanuts. They're not getting paid but a few €100 every month to go out there, and they're working regular jobs. And so it was so joyful because these dudes had talent. They just didn't have the coaching. They didn't have the resources growing up. So you could take a guy that was here, and throughout the course of the season, you're seeing significant improvement every single week. And not a single time do you ever have to ask them for more effort. You never have to ask them to focus, right? Because they're signing up to do this for nothing. They wouldn't be there if they weren't obsessed with the game of football.
That's awesome, man.
So were all of these guys like German football players, or were there any like international, like U.S. players playing over there?
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off. That was poor guesting right there on my part.
Cut his ass off. Fuck that guy, man.
I'm an idiot. Don't worry about it.
But in the ELF, European League of Football, so every team is allowed 4 Americans. Typically, it's quarterback, receiver, and then 2 DBs, right? Because those are the positions that are harder to find in Europe.
Sure.
But all my offensive linemen were German guys. You're allowed a certain number of players outside of the country that your team is based in. But lineman is what Germany does best. That was the other reason I wanted to go there, right? So
yeah, baby.
All German guys, which is cool because you got to get a little flavor of the German culture. You picked up a little bit of like the slang, the language, and started to understand them a little bit more. And
you filling up on those schnitzels or what, dude?
Lots of schnitzel mit pommes, lots of Helles beer. Like you were living in that country, which is such a different experience. Yeah, than if you're just vacationing or just traveling as a tourist.
I love it.
Is Europe ready for the NFL? What was your takeaway from Germany? Do they love football?
Oh man, they are obsessed with football.
Really?
Obsessed with the NFL,
so cool, yeah.
dude. Like,
well, we played over there. It was fucking. It was pretty. It was through the roof, and that was Frankfurt. So I can only imagine what a big city like Munich is.
Yeah, man. Like you guys are freaking heroes. Like I didn't get noticed much over there, but like you two guys are fucking kings over there. It is so cool. Just seeing how popular the game is, right? They love it. They're obsessed. And the NFL's done a great job putting games over there, giving them a feel of what an NFL game looks like from a fan experience, but also like on the field, what we do every day, the gladiators that we are, or I used to be going out there, putting your body on the line for your team. Like they totally get it. Like it really resonates with the German mindset, the German culture, the teamwork aspect, the sacrifice, the toughness, the way that the game is violent. Like it's just perfect for them. And I think that was really what sparked my interest in going to Munich, because I worked the Munich game for the NFL Network, and I got to be in that stadium, Allianz Arena. And I was like, holy shit, these dudes love this thing. Like, I got to get over here and be part of it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did you do Oktoberfest while you were over there? I just got to ask. I've always wanted to go.
We got to ask.
Oh, yeah. We did a couple times.
Tell us about it.
It's a great party. Oktoberfest is so fun. It was cool. So you got to buy tables. Like it's really hard to get. Like you got to know somebody. And thankfully, our special teams coach over there, Tom, he was head of security.
It's always the teamers, isn't it?
That's right.
It's always the teamers.
He was the head of security for one of the big beer companies, and so he had a couple tables.
Oh, dope.
So it was right after a season.
Clutch.
So actually, I was there and had all of our team, got them all together, bought them all the beers and stuff, because these guys are basically poor college kids. So we did the whole deal. We had like 20 or 30 of the guys from the team there, and we celebrated the end of the season the way you're supposed to, with good German Helles beer, polka, and some Schweinhaxel and Schnitzel mit Pommes. And like we blew it up. It was a tremendous time. And when you get that experience with the locals, like you're getting the proper experience.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Dude, you're our only connect to Oktoberfest, so we might be hitting you up here in a few years.
I got you guys. Yeah, let's go. We might be going back in the fall.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to get to a section we call We Gotta Ask. During this section, you don't have to answer. You can tell us to fuck off, or we're just going to do like a rapid fire list of questions. Ready?
Nice.
Were you ever going to play a position other than offensive line?
So in college, I played some defensive end and I played tight end, but they saw how fast I was, so they moved me to offensive line.
That's how it always works.
Really quickly.
Was it always going to be football?
I was actually more of a basketball guy until I stopped growing up and started growing out. So when I was 14, I was 6'7", and then I never grew another inch. So I realized,
damn. Were you? I was about to say, were you getting looks through high school or?
So I had like some small offers, like walking on Wisconsin Marquette, like some small offers, scholarship, like Holy Cross and some other.
Holy Cross.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I could go play hoops at Holy Cross, or I could play football at Notre Dame or Wisconsin or Miami. You're like USC. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're telling me without telling me that it's going to be football.
But do you think you could have played in the NBA?
Hell no. I was not that good. I was just a hustle guy. I could get some rebounds.
There we go. You have a mean
solid
hook shot
six
in the paint or on the block or what?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Coach who had the biggest impact on your game.
Probably George Warhop. He was the offensive line coach I had the longest during my career. He was tough. He was very technically sound. He forced you to just do an unbelievable amount of homework and notes and extra individual, like, probably like Stoutland, like all those things, right? But at the end of the day, you respect him, you love him like a father, and he can be safely say like he had an outsized impact, and you wouldn't be where you were when your career was over without him touching your life.
You're inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2023. How did you find out you got in?
It was a very special day. So Walter Jones, who was my idol growing up, came to the door, knocked on the door, had no idea that I was going to have the messenger man show up at the door at that time, because up until that moment, they used to bring you down to the Super Bowl in a hotel room, and then they would knock and like say congratulations, or they call you and say sorry you didn't make it, which sucked because your family's there and everything, and then you got to fly home. So they changed it my year where they actually called your wife, talked to her, like set it up, make sure you're at home so they could surprise you at home. And so I was actually, she told me we were going to go to dinner. It was Friday nights. We were going to go to a fish fry with the neighbors, So I was kind of like
always got fish involved. Always got fish
involved. Yeah. So I was out at the farm doing my cattle stuff for Hall of Fame beef during the day, and I got home and I was kind of dirty, so I was just in my underwear. And she's like, "Hey, we got to go to dinner. You got to get changed really quick." I'm like, "Don't worry about it." Like, she's like, come into the kitchen. We got to talk about something schedule-wise. And she's like, "But put your clothes on." I'm like, "Why?" Like, I'll do that after we have our little meeting. She's like, "No, you can't come in here unless you have your pants on." And I'm like, "All right, whatever. Like, it's always got to be your way, doesn't it?" And so like I got changed. I went in there, and she was just trying to get me away from the door because she didn't want me to see like all the cameras show up, and she wanted that surprise factor. And it was so cool because my kids were in the kitchen with us. We were having a family meeting, and so the kids run around the hall and they see everybody through the door. So they see Walter Jones, he's wearing his gold jacket. They see the film crew, and they just burned back to me and started screaming, "Daddy, you made the Hall of Fame!" And I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like tears, the waterworks. It was just so special.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah, man.
Man, that's the best.
Damn, that's a good story.
What is the best Great Lake?
Lake Erie. Best fishing, man.
There we go.
It's a fish factory.
That's
all I can say, baby.
I love it.
Those perch fry. Ooh, come on, let's go.
The University of Wisconsin-Madison was named one of the nation's top party schools, something that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily assume, earning the number 6 spot on the Wall Street Journal's list of best party schools in the U.S. for 2025. Does it live up to the reputation?
It does. I'm disappointed that it slipped because when I was there, we were number 1 every year. What? I guarantee I had an outsized influence on that rating.
Yeah.
And it is awesome, man. The people there, they just want to have a good time, and they're not afraid to drink some beer.
Hell
Fuck
yeah. You got shit for playing with baggy pants. Are you aware of this, Joe?
Yes. I loved it.
Can you explain why you chose to wear baggy pants?
He said I loved it.
I wore baggy pants because I'm all about function, not fashion. As you can see, I am all about, all right, how do I get this fat dude to go as quickly as that skinny fast dude?
Yes.
And if you're wearing those tight pants that show off these great legs and great ass that I never had, I had the ass at all. Like there was no ass in those pants. Like it's kind of hard to move, especially if you throw like the knee sleeves and the knee braces and all the gear and the kit you're wearing underneath.
Oh yeah.
It slows you down a lot. So I always thought, you know what, what's the quickest, most nimble thing on planet Earth? It's the Ninja, right?
Yeah.
Do ninjas wear tight spandex pants?
No.
They wear those nice, comfy, baggy joggers, right? So I was like, go to the equipment room, give me the largest pants you have. And we had a guy named Ishmaeli Kitchen who was like a nose guard, maybe 5'11", 6 foot, 350-ish.
Big boy.
And I wore a pant size that was 2 bigger than him. So you know that I was really, really stretching it. And I actually had to have him put like elastic, sticky, like
I know what you mean.
Sew on the inside of my pants so they wouldn't fall down.
They wouldn't fall down. That's fucking money. Shout out to all the equipment guys making it work, man. I was doing the same thing. Right now, they don't make pants big enough.
No.
Even if you go like a size 40 or 42 waist, they still ride up over your knees. And my fucking knees have to be covered. Yes, all dudes are doing, like guys are fucking putting their helmet right on my fucking kneecaps. I need that. I need those fucking things covered.
That's right.
And I still wear those old school pads that look like thigh pads in the knees.
Yes.
But no, they were like extending them like an extra like 3 or 4 inches because they weren't fucking making them long enough, man. Shout out to all the equipment guys.
Yeah, by all these young Gen Xers, Gen Zs, whoever they are, like, are they teasing you for your pants?
They more so tease me for fucking throwing a fit when they shrink. It's just like, oh, here goes the fucking old guy getting all pissed off because his pants don't fit. I'm just like,
oh, it's so good. All right. You've said it took you 4 hours to play for a game. What was your pregame process?
Well, I won't waste all 4 hours telling you what it was, but it was very long because I was always one of the first guys that got there. And I would always make sure I go on the field first because I wanted a little moment of serenity before anybody was in the stadium to go on the field and just absorb it and just appreciate the fact that I get to go play in an NFL stadium.
Fuck yeah, man.
So few people in the world that get to do this and they're going to pay me to do this today.
Yeah.
You know, that was sort of me like telling myself, this is worth it to go out and like shred your body for
destroy
3.5
myself.
hours.
Yeah.
Go out there where there's absolutely no upside whatsoever. If I play the world's greatest game as a left tackle, nobody knows.
We're
Nobody
0-15, but it's worth it.
Look at that one sack. We've been talking about it for 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
So it was that one moment at the beginning where I'd be like, all right, this is really cool. And I would just kind of walk around, didn't have any of my stuff on yet, and just take it in, check the field too. That was important. Like trying to figure out exactly, you know, how my cleats were, like, was everything proper? You know, how cold is it? Where's the wind? Stuff like that. Then went back inside, took a shower. Then it was a long time in the training room, you know, a hot tub if they had it. And then putting all the equipment on just took forever because I was wearing 2 knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, or elbow braces, you know, all the other stuff that you normally put on, taping the ankles, the whole deal. And then I even took it a step further. The only other thing I'll mention out of all the stuff that I usually did was, you know, the QDA, the quick drying adhesive that they spray on your ankles before they tape it.
Yeah.
So I took a bottle of that and I would spray the bottom of my feet and then I would spray my legs so that when I put my knee sleeves on, they wouldn't slide. And then my socks wouldn't slide down, right? Because there's nothing more annoying than your socks sliding down and have to deal with it.
Worst.
They fine you for one. I don't want to give up my money to Roger Goodell. But then I also sprayed the bottom of my socks because inside my shoe, one thing that happened early on in my career that I fucking hated was like, it gets hot, you're sweaty, and your feet start sliding.
It's the worst.
They slide, and then you can't feel the ground the way you need to. Like I always thought of myself like an eagle. Like my feet were the talons, and I was gripping the ground, and that gave me the balance and the agility that I needed. And so when I figured out how to like spray basically my whole body in sticky stuff so I wouldn't slide at all, that was the next level. And then on top of that, I would do like a bunch of tape on my hand so that I was like a boxer, you know, I was like a Ninja Turtle, taping the fingers together and then taping the thumbs so your thumbs don't get screwed up. So it took a long time just put all that stuff on.
Just spraying the sticky shit on you like it's sunscreen or something. Just
that stunk too. Like there's definitely some cancer warnings in that shit.
Oh yeah.
It's all right. We've done worse, right? Dude, I used to do something. I would also set like little alarms. I would have my phone. I would set alarms at every 15 minutes to like, all right, now I'm going to get my ankles taped. Now I'm going to take my pre-workout. Now I'm going to tape my fingers. Now I'm going to like warm up. Now I'm going to do this. And speaking, I used to hate that foot thing. Under Armour made a cleat insole that was like rubber for like a couple years.
Oh yeah.
And I just like scoured all of these cleats just so I could get this. Like, I hate the cloth that's on top.
Oh, why would they do cloth? That doesn't make sense.
No sense. Exactly.
Stupid.
Yep. Dumb. All right. Well, we agree on that. Speaking of dumb, we're going to get to our next segment. No dumb questions. Bum, bum, bum. Pick your favorites. We can either do liquid out of fingers. What the fuck does this mean, Brandon?
None
Kentucky
of it means.
Derby,
Nobody knows
name?
anything.
All right.
Let's do Kentucky Derby horse.
Yeah, first off,
Don't
tell
us.
Joe what this is. Tell Joe what the segment is. These are
Fair
questions
enough.
from fans.
Thank you, Brandon. You're the best, as always.
And then
We
you're
lost
such
that.
an ad. Because your friends are here. You're
What
gonna
is
be
that
nice to me.
shirt? I'm always nice. You're my best friend. What is that? Still rocking?
Still kicking.
All right, there you go. Still kicking.
From my local liquor store.
Love that.
How many bottles of booze do you got to buy to get a free T-shirt from the local liquor store, bro?
My parents watch this show, so we're not going to answer that one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They have a wonderful wine club.
All right. So no dumb questions is fan submitted questions that are usually really stupid, but we call them not dumb to encourage people to feel comfortable enough to submit really stupid questions. we have one question that's going to be related to liquid out of fingers. We have another question that's going to be related to Kentucky Derby horse name. We have another one related to NFL team of other pro athletes. I don't know what okay, or Scottish sports. Which one of those is speaking to you most, Joe?
Let's go Scottish sports. I just came back
sports.
from Europe.
There we go.
This is why we need more linemen on the show.
Yes.
All right. Scottish sports. Hit us, Brandon.
Hi, Jason and Travis. Calling from Glasgow, Scotland here.
Glasgow.
Just a dumb question is, what would you do if you would come to Scotland? What sports event would you undertake? Cheers. All the best.
Wow. First of all, love the accent. I mean, if we have Scottish people calling in, Brandon, they get first right of any of the questions. I don't even care what they ask, just so I can hear that. What? All right. Joe, you're the guest. You have the honors. How do you want to answer that?
Yeah, if you're going to Scotland, what sport are you playing?
Yeah, I mean, golf is the easy one, but I was over in Ireland for Alex Mack's wedding a few years ago, and they play this game called like hurling. It's kind of like rugby,
lacrosse. Yeah, dude, that game is fucking lit. I was trying.
Go ahead, please,
dude. We were talking about like bucket list items. One of my bucket list items is to go to like. I was thinking about it afterwards. Didn't say it in the show, but to go to one of these games, but like the Olympics version of this, like the World Cup version of this. Like I want to see the best of the best go at it with this shit because it is absolutely electric. Jason, do you know what he's talking about?
So where I live in Philadelphia is one of the biggest Irish like collections of like a population, like direct descendants. So they have like leagues of hurling and actually another sport in Ireland that's really popular called Gaelic football.
Yeah.
Which is like, so you play with like a ball. You kind of have to kick it every 2 steps. That's a version of dribbling, but then I don't know. I don't really understand all the rules behind it. I watched it once. Pretty cool. But hurling is very interesting. Seems really hard. I played lacrosse. Yeah. Seems like much easier to put that ball in a net than like balancing it on a wooden stick. I don't really understand how that's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's probably incredibly derogatory and offensive that we've just taken Scottish sports and
that was what I was going to say.
They just do it in Scotland.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is not the same area. Yes. The only Scottish sports I know are golf and the Scottish strongman games. I forget what
Highland games.
Highland games. Thank you.
Yeah, that would be sick. I would love to see that.
They like throw the pole in the kilts and they're like throwing it over their heads and they got to get it to like flip. I'd be into that for sure. Trav, what do you got?
That sounds like a Renaissance fair. I'm just going to go golf since you guys didn't go golf. I'll go over there and play some fucking golf, man.
All right. So liquid out of fingers, Kentucky Derby horse name or NFL team of other pro athletes, which that's
liquid out of fingers because I'm very curious what the hell that means.
Yeah. Hit it, Brandon.
Hi, Jason and Travis. I just have one question for you. If your 5 fingers could dispense infinite liquid, what would your 5 liquids be? So, for example, mine are Fresca, gasoline to put gas in your car, water, coffee, and Tito's. Yeah, what would your guys'
Tito's.
5 liquids be? Thank you. Love the show.
I love it. Awesome. Good question. I like this out of the box
solid question. Yeah.
All right, Joe, again, you're the guest. You do the honor, sir. Unless you would prefer to go last.
I'll do it. So I'm going to try to count to 5. Helles beer.
Helles beer. All right.
Being in Germany, fell in love with that beer. Coffee. That's non-negotiable. I'm going to go diesel fuel because I spend a hell of a lot of money on diesel fuel out at the farm. Like that's a big check every month.
Smart. Just put your finger in the. Yep, filling up again.
Yep, here we go. I'm just going to fill up the old tractor another 300 gallons for nothing. See there, kids? Dude, I love this. This should be our first one. Free diesel for life. And then let's see, water. Is that 4 or 5? We need Brandon to keep
That's 4. That's 4.
And then the last one, milk, because whole milk. My kids drink an insane amount of whole milk. I got 4 kids, and so I think we go through like a gallon a day right now. My oldest is only 12. And when I was in high school, I think I drank a gallon every day by myself. So that would save also a lot of money.
That's a Wisconsin
move. We would go through about 2 gallons a week, but not a gallon a day. That's pretty intense.
What time out? You brought up Helles beer. The only reason I know what Helles beer is because I had this like brew game on my phone, and you had to like brew different beers, and Helles was one of the beers. What kind of beer is a Helles beer?
Do you play a brew game on your phone instead of like tic-tac-toe?
I'm super
or
weird,
like
man.
blackjack? Like most people, that's amazing. I love it. I need to check out that app. But
I'll send it to you.
So
it's like a game.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, so the Helles beer is like the beer of at least southern Germany, but down in Bavaria where I was coaching in Munich, and it's fantastic. It's like the most clean, clear, crisp, refreshing. Yeah, it's like just amazingly refreshing, like a blonde lager. That's just fantastic. They have the German purity laws, so they're only allowed to use a few ingredients. So it's like very consistently awesome no matter where you go. There's like no preservatives. So it's not something that you can get in a lot of places. Like it's usually out of the keg and it's fresh from the brewery. And it's basically it was my water that I drank every day when I was living in New York.
I love it.
All right, I guess I'll go water. I'm not going to steal diesel gasoline. Man, that's a freaking great answer. I want to steal it so bad.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't go that far.
Gosh, all right. So I'll go water, beer. I'll go drink garage beer because that's our beer. Travis and I own a beer company, so we got to go drink.
Yeah, you guys should brew a Helles, man. I'd love that.
Ooh, all right.
You're talking us into it. I love this.
Right,
all right.
We gotta try it.
All right. The Joe Thomas Helles, brought to you by Garage Beer. Get on it, guys. So we got beer, we got water. What other liquids do I consume on a regular basis? I'll go. Gasoline was a great one too. Coffee. Why did that take me so long? Coffee. That's because I didn't have any coffee. I need some coffee. I'll go whey protein because I spend a bunch of money on whey protein.
It's not all right.
Once you mix it up, it's still liquid, right?
All right,
so what do I go? I go with the pre-made drink, whatever that is.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
All right, there you go. Fair Life protein rich protein or whatever. Shout out to Fair Life. There's your free advertising for the day.
Let's plug.
And then I'll go milk, but I'm going to go cereal milk. I'm going to go Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs milk. Give me that chocolatey delicious.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Go ahead, Trey.
All right, I'm going to the drinks that I drink every single fucking day. So I'm going Accelerator.
Active Energy.
Active Energy drink. I'm going Recover 180, which is my favorite sports hydration drink. I'm going Zen Water because Zen Water's it's got really good HP levels. And what else am I going? Oh, I'm going Casa Azul tequila. It's my favorite tequila. It's the most purest blue agave, no fucking added bullshit. And my last one, garage beer. I'm going lime garage beer.
Perfect,
though, so
perfect. All right, Travis is a
I'm
walking billboard for all the advertising.
Great job, man.
Right? Yeah.
Now we know who makes all the money in the family on marketing.
All right, first of all, that was No Dumb Questions. You can submit your No Dumb Questions in the comments on social or give us a call at 929-399-7260. Joe, this is all we got for you, but I do have one more question. You're wearing the shirt. We haven't talked about it yet. How's Hall of Fame beef going? How do you like being a cattle rancher?
Yeah, tell them you got to tell the 92%.
Are you
exactly
a rancher
what it is.
or a farmer?
So typically ranchers are people that raise cattle, but in Wisconsin, where my farm is, where I grew up, like they call any ag land is a farm, right? So yeah. I am conflicted. I don't know if I'm a rancher or a farmer, but I just generally call myself a farmer. But it's been going great. Like 2007, my kids told me they wanted some pet cows for the farm, and I was like, okay, but we're going to have to eat them because I love eating beef. And like, if we're going to raise these things, we might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I started with 5. And then the first steer we raised, we ate it. Turns out it was fantastic. Whatever we did, we like
nailed it.
Found lightning in a bottle right off the bat. I gave it to a buddy who's a James Beard chef in Madison. And it was just like, hey, what do you think? He cooked it up. Thought it was fantastic, said it was better than any of the stuff that he gets in the restaurant supplied from all these fancy cattle ranches. And so then that's when like the brain started working overtime. Like, hey man, maybe I could make this like a business. This is too good to just keep to myself. And so we've been kind of going full bore since then. We're raising Wagyu beef, which is like
Wagyu.
A5 Japanese, beautiful stuff. We're raising Angus beef right now, and we're selling direct consumer. We got like these amazing beef sticks for the kids. So like I'm getting a lot out of it.
That was my question.
Nice,
yeah. I wanted to know, is it Angus? Is it Angus Hereford crosses? Like what are we working with? What, Black Angus?
Yeah, so we have Black Angus Simmentals right now, and like we're kind of shifting the herd as we're like improving genetics. I'm trying to treat these things like pro athletes. I'm trying to think of I know what it takes to have high performance, what it takes to be at your best, to grow the most muscle and strength and power and all those outputs. And so we're like, hey, these are our pro athletes. So we need to reduce the stress. We need to figure out from a nutritionist what's all the nutrition that they possibly can have so that they're the healthiest beef for us and for themselves. They have the most marbling, so the best buttery mouthfeel possible. We raise them on the banks of the Blue River. We got this amazing pasture on our farm. We keep really, really low density, so their stress is really low.
Wow.
Everything we feed them is raised on our farm, and they're born on our farm. And from the day they go to heaven, they live in our place. So we think that we're raising some really great stuff. And it's kind of been a passion project. When you retire, you got to have some purpose somewhere,
Hell yeah.
So many guys, they just wander in the wilderness. They don't have that purpose. And for me, it's like, all right, I want to see if I can raise the best beef on planet Earth. And so being a Hall of Famer, I was like, hey, man, let's name this Hall of Fame beef and see if we can find a way to raise the best beef on planet Earth. So it's been a lot of fun. And I was chatting up with Emily Reese, the great Emily Reese, who I was
Shout out to Emily.
Working with her at Under Armour way back in the day. And she said that you got a beef company too. So maybe we need a good old fashioned beef measuring contest.
Well,
and figure out Travis, we both give him steaks and then he cooks them up and then we get a rating here.
I have a feeling you're going to kick my ass, but I would love to learn a lot of tricks of the trade. We're just getting started with it. Like you said, you need hobbies, and I love beef. You just explaining this, I want a steak so bad right now. I can't even explain it. So yeah, I'm all in on that. I would love to learn something from you in Hall of Fame beef and get together on that.
Since you haven't decided on your breed, we're gone down that genetic rabbit hole already. So maybe I send you some embryos and some semen of the old Hall of Fame beef Wagyu, and then you can kind of take that and explode it. That'd be fun. That would give me great joy. So if I could send you some of my semen.
Dude, I'm in the moment you said semen. Absolutely.
You guys are fucking hilarious.
Travis is like, I'm not laughing at that. That's not
you guys are having an old beef off right now, man.
Oh,
big artistic. Dude, Joe, Hall of Fame player to Hall of Fame beef to Hall of Fame dude, man. I remember coming on your show back in, I can't even tell you when, we're going on Radio Row and hanging out with you and Andrew Hawkins on Tomahawk. Dude, you've paved the way for so many guys on the field, off the field. Keep being you, brother. And thank you for joining us. And thank you for everything you did for Cleveland, man. From one Clevelander to somebody who lit up the city, brother. Thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much, man. It was truly a pleasure being on here today. It was the best part of my week. When you get a chance, that's what I loved about doing a podcast. You go on with some buddies and you just have a great chat that's uninterrupted by phones, because you got to turn that shit off and all the distractions of daily life, and you get to just chop it up with some good friends. So truly, thank you guys so much for having me on. It was a blast.
You're the
My
best,
man.
brother. Hell yeah. Awesome.
Enjoy this weekend out in old Green Bay, brother. I'm sure it'll be a fucking blast getting back around the game, man.
All right, that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to New Heights so you know when all the new episodes are coming out, and make sure you're on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts to keep on listening. We will be back next week with draft reactions and a huge guest.
Woo-hoo. Gotta love a huge guest. You know it, baby.
Draft reactions, the draft is just a slot machine for the NFL. It's cha-ching, cha-ching. It's just everybody's playing,
Slots.
Yeah. It's
right,
slots. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Suave Men. No nonsense, motherfuckers. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. Thanks to our production and crew for those clips and for making this edit so much better than what it really was. And thank you to the 92%ers always for listening in. Hope you love Joe Thomas. Appreciate you. Big Tom. Big Joey Tom. Shout out to Cleveland.